Hi, my name is Hailey Contine. This is the introduction to my first informal observation video. Today is September 12th, and I am about to meet with one of my team leads. I serve as our department head here at Prosper High School in the English department. And each week I meet with 1 to maybe 3 team leads from English 1 through English 4. I'm also our English 4 team lead, so I tend to just kind of count myself in with my own collaborative team meeting. But I do meet with each of our team leads as weekly as possible, just to check in and check in on our alignment to our campus goals, our campus mission, and our campus vision. So today I am going to be meeting with Emily Kuntz. She is our English 2 team lead. She is my former co-team lead. Her and I have worked together for a long time now. And we actually got hired at the same time as well. So we've been really lucky to see our campus grow and change with these new goals and new initiatives in the building. So our meetings are always very special. She is also just one of the most creative people I know. So her and I always kind of go off on some tangent on instructional strategy or things that we're seeing that are going really well on campus. So you'll probably hear some of that at some point. Now, as far as our agenda goes for today, our agenda largely stays the same each week because these are more so check-ins. However, this week we have swapped in just some additional support for our new teachers. So you'll hear us discuss that just because we have a lot of new teachers in our department. We want to make sure that we are supporting them as best as we can. They can't be great if we aren't great for them. So you'll hear some discussion there. We always kind of jumping around, and we always start with celebrations. We love to highlight our amazing teachers, and then our students, and then our support staff and our administration. So we always work on celebrations. We call them good things at the beginning of every meeting, so you'll likely hear some of that. And then we'll check in, just like we do every week, on whether or not we feel that our team/department is making moves towards our campus initiatives. So this year at PHS, we have our mission statement and we have our vision statement, and those both deal largely with students learning at high levels. All students will learn at high levels, and we use that word ensure over and over again because that is a really significant part of what we do here. We do believe all students can learn at high levels, and we know that we are the ones that can get them there. But every year we also kind of swap in these new annual goals, which is really nice. It keeps things fresh. Last year we focused a lot on questioning, so questioning at the end of class, having a wrap up, having an exit ticket every single day. This year our ongoing annual goals are enhancing culture and climate, so just making PHS the really happy, amazing place that it is. That is for our students, that is for our staff, that's for our community. So that's again why we do lots and lots of celebration. And then we also are focusing on student discourse in class this year. So different strategies. I was lucky enough to present to our whole staff this summer on different strategies to incorporate student discourse, get our students speaking to one another. English 2, I believe, just wrapped up a Socratic seminar unit, which is really cool. Great timing to be meeting about discourse today. As far as our standards go, that I've kind of aligned our meeting to. Full disclosure, I haven't really altered our normal meeting agenda to meet these standards, but I have found lots of opportunities, lots of places to work these into where they do really match very clearly. So for our meeting and just the celebrations and the good things and all the whatnots, I'm going to align that to standard 1.6, which was the, or not 1.6. Yes, 1.6. Sorry, I have my little notes right in front of me just so I don't ramble too long. But that is the acknowledgement, the recognition, and the celebration of our contributions by our staff, students, and community members. So we always focus on celebrations. That is something that's very, like I said now 100 times, important to us. So that will be that 1.6 sort of check-in. And then I check in with my team leads weekly, like I said, and then I meet with my new teachers every week as well, on top of my own CTMs. I'm on 2 teams, so I meet with them every week as well, just in a normal teacher role. And that meeting alone is aligned slightly to our standard 1.1, which is that positive and collaborative and collegial school culture that facilitates and enhances the implementation of campus goals and initiatives. We are striving to become a model PLC campus through the standard of solution tree. So PLC, or collaborative team meetings is what we call them now, is pivotal and absolutely integral for us here on campus. Then we'll move in, like I said, to discussing our new teachers. I have kind of aligned that to standard 1.12, the atmosphere of safety that encourages social, emotional, and physical well-being of our staff and students. Emotionally, and as far as their well-being, I really want my new teachers to feel safe and confident and comfortable. So by working towards that, discussing that, and meeting on it intentionally every week, I do hope that we are headed in that direction. And then I had one other part. Oh, and then, like I said, we'll probably touch on some instructional strategies just at some point in time. And then just the spirit of collaboration, CTM, PLC, all the things in our department are super significant to us. So we have standards 1.1, 1.6, and 1.12. As far as things that I'm hoping you will observe for, this is a colleague of mine that I'm close with. She's a good friend of mine. We've worked together for years. This is year 5 of us being together. We got hired at the exact same time. And I sometimes worry that I'm too casual maybe with them, but I also don't know if that is my authentic self, is to be comfortable and to be a little more lighthearted and a little bit more maybe comfortable and approachable would be my hope. So I guess just wondering, as far as a leader goes, how my tone is coming across and how the meeting is led versus participated in. Typically, I lead meetings of 4 to 15 people weekly. This is one of my smaller, more intimate meetings, but I would say it is one of my most significant just because of the work that we're able to advance the ball through. So that is what I'm hoping that you will be able to provide some feedback on. And yeah, I'm excited for you to see one of our meetings in action. This is one of my favorite parts of getting to be the department head this year. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, yay, Emily, so we're gonna meet today just to touch base on our department goals and how we're aligning to our campus vision. So we wanna start with some good things, some things that we're seeing in the department with our teammates. What are some areas of celebration that we can bring in?
So a lot of our teams are doing English. So sorry, I'm gonna just really. A lot of them are doing really great when it comes to like Socratic seminars as we're getting into our summatives. A lot of members of my team have never done a Socratic before, especially in the style that we do here at PHS, which is very student driven. And so it's been an adjustment, and they are just killing it, both like students and teachers. I got to go and watch one of my teammates do her first Socratic ever. And
who did you see?
I saw Mac Aubane, and it was so incredible to see. I always forget like how incredible it is to see other teachers teach.
Okay.
And she just killed it, and she had so much grace for the kids had so much grace for her, and I think that is such an incredible thing because it's hard to do well.
Totally. She, like, you can tell she's amazing with kids just by like, she's always out in the hallway with her standing desk, and like I know we're supposed to like greet our kids in the mornings, and we do, but there are days when you know like you're busy, and I feel like she never skips a beat with that. Like, she is so wonderful. She was like a knockout hire.
Truly, like when I hear her talk to her children, it is just very incredible, and I'm like, oh, I'm stealing that fully.
Totally.
A little tiny move, like a hush fell over the crowd, and it was like it felt a hush did fall over the crowd.
Oh my gosh!
I was like, that's so cool.
She's so cool.
But she's so cool.
Is there any way? So like, she obviously has stood out, and we just passed around like our little ship guy, and we gave it to Maddie for being equally as amazing. In our department, is there anything you can think of, or we could even think of it for next time, that we could highlight Mac and being so wonderful?
In the past, we've done those like in department meetings, having little awards. So we could do that again because that was really fun and a great way to celebrate our teammates. I know that it's still somewhere, and I think it might have happened before we got here. but it was like a little tiny like English award. Do you know what I'm
Oh,
talking about?
yeah.
And so that might be a cute like English centered thing to do.
I like that.
And we're passing it around maybe once every 2 weeks.
That would be cute. I almost wonder if we could get from the makerspace if they could make like a little book or something, and it could be like each week you like write a little note to the person that you're passing it to, and then like it'll have the documentation. You know, I think that might be kind of cute.
That's so fun.
Okay, I love that. All right, so we're gonna jump around a little bit. So we brought up Mac, we brought up Maddie. We both have new teachers on our teams. We have a lot within our department. And they're killing it. They're like incredible. I listen to Manya all day, like across the hall. She's legend. Caitlin, obviously my neighbor, she's precious. But as a mentor and as a team lead, are there things that you are still thinking that we could implement to support them maybe a little bit more towards being like as incredible as we just highlighted Mac to be?
I think having a standing maybe like informational meeting, like maybe once every 2 weeks or once or twice a month or something like that, where people can come and kind of work through things and ask questions and say, hey, I have this summative for my English 1 team, but I don't really know what I'm doing, and I feel like I keep on asking questions. Because I know what I'm doing with Maddie is she mentioned that the summatives, when we got to CTM to talk about them, it just felt really overwhelming because there were so many parts, and she realized that she was feeling very frustrated by that.
Right.
And so we're going through beforehand and going through like together, just one-on-one.
I love that.
So like maybe having that opportunity for like one-on-one or like a small group. Hey, let's like chat through what end of the quarter looks like, what I don't know, sub plans look like. So
I love that idea. And I feel like we started with something like that last year with those monthly new teacher meetings, and they kind of fell off. I feel like that might be something that would be good for like English specific, even if it was like you said, like once a month, twice a month. My door's open, new teachers, like come in with all of your questions, and like whoever of us mentors or team leads are available can be there. But a lot of those questions, things like end of year, end of semester, semester exams, or sub plans, 504 stuff, like I could answer that for an English 1 teacher, you could answer it for an English 4 teacher. So that might be something to like actually work in, because that would be nice. I just feel like I don't have time, we don't have time, anyone has time, to get to them quick enough. Like I feel like they struggle in silence, and I see them, you know, with some concerns, and it's one of those like, okay, after this class, like I'll go get to them, and then by then they've figured it out, as we all did our first year. No, I agree. I really like that. We are so lucky with really great new baby teachers, but I like that idea a lot, and I think that will be easy to kind of get into play. Okay, then our last little agenda item for today in this little check-in is, we know that our campus schools this year are predominantly like in the classroom, focusing on student discourse, getting our students speaking. I know English 2, y'all are doing Socratics, it's like prime student discourse. And then we have the culture and the climate. How do you think, as far as like English 2 and our whole department, how do you think we're doing towards those goals?
I think when it comes to student discourse, one nice thing that we've been able to do is, because our goal is Socratic, and knowing we're going to come back to Socratic at the very end of the year, I love that. I think having this first one, I know for me definitely, and for my team members too, we are seeing, okay, what are some like struggle points for kids? What are some things that they are killing? Like my students are such good like peer partners. They're so supportive of each other, which is so great to see. So I do think that because we are all doing some kind of discussion at some point this semester, we're able to see, okay, where are kids starting? And then we have an opportunity to both before and after try out different discourse strategies. So that's really exciting. When it comes to culture and climate,
that can also be like, I mean, we're making strides for that all year, so it doesn't have to be something like in this moment. I know like personally, I just feel like from week 1 to now, amongst the teachers. Like, remember at the beginning of the year, we were like, oh my gosh, no one's out in the hallway. Like, the bell just rang, and we usually do like our little like chit chat. We, you know, get to spend some time with each other before we start our day. And that wasn't really the case at first. And I feel like already, like now in the mornings, you hear like Carla out, and like Caitlin and Mac are chatting.
Yeah.
And Maddie down at the hallway like has like that little trio, and Manya, I mean, it's just like so cute and always buzzing. Claire always gonna start class on time because she's so good. But I do like, I mean, that's culture, you know, not the like lazy side of it, but the like we, you know, we bond and we work together as a department. I think that's really special. I know I've seen it in my team as well this year, where like Michelle especially, without KB, has like totally stepped up into this like, well, the culture of our team has to be CTM process, and she's like just taken such a leap, and I think that's really cool.
Maddie and Mac and Caitlin have been really great about leaning on each other, which I've been really happy to see.
Yeah, that's really special. It takes a load off of you too. Like, you should not have to be the one to make the things, prep the things, and then also make sure that they are staying afloat. Like, it's physically not possible. So that's really awesome. Okay, well, this is wonderful. We'll continue just to check in, and then we'll get with all the team leads, all the mentors, all the things, and just make sure English is staying on track. Oh, I was gonna mention really fast, speaking of Socratic, I know you guys just did like your first one, but something I was thinking about doing as far as discourse goes, or rather just like documenting discourse, is I recorded one of our class discussions the other day, and then wrote down like kind of like your beautiful words wall, but all the really cool quotes that I heard kids pull. And then I made one of those big, that used to be called, not a wordle, a something.
A word cloud?
Kind of like a word cloud, but it's in the shape of like a topic word, I guess. And I put all their quotes into it, and I'm gonna try and print them when we're allowed to print in color again. But I'm thinking about doing like one for the things they carried, and then one for our drama at the end of the year, of just like all the cool,
that's so
like strong things we hear them say.
That's so smart, especially when it comes to discourse.
Yeah. I'm excited. I think it'd be cute. If only we could plan more Socratic things together. Sad.
All right, babe.
All right. Well, thank you. You're the best. This is always so helpful. And we'll check back in probably next week.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome.
See ya.